How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Here today with another 1/6 scale figure review. Today we have Cad Bane from the book of Boba Fett by Hot Toys. And as we can observe the box art, starting off with the wraparound banner, have a nice little image of the figure itself on the side. Towards the front, the rest of the wraparound banner, more figure photography. And as we make our way up the box art, we can see an image of the figure. Nice little action pose holding his little blasters. And once we remove the slip cover, we are treated to this very nice little action pose figure photography. And once we get him out of the clam tray, we can go ahead and take Cad Bane out of the box and get our quick first look at the figure right here. Moving on to accessories, starting with the display base. When Hot Toys was obsessed with giving us these sand display bases with the footprints. Star Wars Cad Bane towards the front with the nameplate. Then we have the flight pole. Just screw that in there. Then we have the little antenna that goes in the back of the breathing apparatus. It's very small, it's very flimsy, so do be careful with that. Then we have the flamethrower, which is done in this nice little kind of bluish purplish hue. And as you move down towards the rest of the flame, you get the little orange kind of yellow mix there to make it look like a nice little fire. Then we have his blaster, which is done very nicely, kind of mimicking that little old school Western shooters. Got the nice little scope, got the handle with the little wood paint applications there. Very nicely done. And then the other blaster is kind of the same. Then we have some extra hands. Here we have a pair of fists. Nice little details in the gloves. Paint apps on them. And as you can see, little ridges on the gloves. So those are nicely done. And then we have a pair of blaster holding hands. So you can see his fingers are very long. So this is kind of accurate to the show. These don't, the fingers don't bend very much, so I have to wedge those blasters in there. Then we have some of the face plates here. So this one is the more like neutral expression. Nice paint apps on the eyes. Got all those little wrinkles on the forehead. Then we have like nice little detail on the mouth, little expression there. Then towards the back at the top here, we have the magnet that kind of goes sort of to the head. Then we have another one of his face plates here. This one's more like the angry scowl. Nice paint apps on the teeth, very shiny. You can see some of the tongue and the paint apps there. The eyes, of course, very nicely done. Teeth got some gloss to it there, and then this one, of course, has the magnet on the back as well. And I had picked up the regular version. Kind of forgot I had purchased these on eBay. I was looking for Toto, but never purchased them. But I do have the extra boots. It's kind of easy to assemble. Just take the little flame effect here, insert it to the bottom of this rocket. Just kind of twist it in there. Then on the boot, it has a little groove where you can push out the bullets. And then you just go ahead and attach the rocket into a little slot on the boot. Then once you have it all together, this is what, of course, everything assembled will look like. And here we have Cad Bane himself. And let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure. Starting off with this little hat just done in kind of like this little felt material. Then we have the little strands here on the side. They almost feel like rubbery. Then we have a lot of foam padding on the inside of the hat, so no fear of scratching the paint on the figure. And then, of course, we have a historic stock faceplate here, and we have the little tubes for his breathing apparatus on the sides here. Then towards the top, we have the little cybernetic metal plate there when he suffered that injury fighting Boba Fett. So nice little details on it. So you have all the little paint apps here on the back. Very well done sculpt. And as we continue to look at his suit here, we have his overcoat, which is done this very nice little fabric. And as we can see, all these little pins here on the collar. And towards the inside, we have all nice little details on the tags of the suit. And this got a little sidetracked here. Thought it was like a working pocket. And as we see towards the front of the belt here, with all the little bullets and the little slot there. And coming down the sleeve of the jacket, we see little gauntlets here. Got some little hoses that go inside the sleeve of the coat. Was checking if the coat had any wires. Doesn't look like there's any wires on the side of the coat or the coat itself. And then here we have the holsters for his pistols. Of course, Hot Toys and their love for leather. Overall, they're nicely done, nice details. And as you can see, little hoses that go inside the coat to kind of hide them from just hanging out. Then we have all the nice little paint apps and the details on these little gauntlets there. So you can see all the little silver and gold accents there. And so the other side, we have like this nice little gold hose there. That was just from one end to the gauntlet to the other. Of course, all the paint apps there, little silver and gold accents as well. Have all little buttons towards the front. Nice little details there on the bottom of the gauntlet as well. And then coming down towards the little pants here that done this nice, very stretchy fabric. So there'll be no issues in terms of posing, any creasing or damaging of the suit. Then we have the boots. They're done this like hard plastic, but you can see like the little details with the buckles and the straps and like the little steel toe there. Then there's like nice little paint apps to kind of simulate like all the dirt and sand from walking through Tatooine, I'm assuming. Then towards the bottom, we have some nice little tread details here as well. And we have the back of the coat. We have all these nice little layers and little details inside the coat. And then we have the breathing apparatus. Kind of forgot to attach the antenna. But as you can see, the hoses that they go towards the mask there in the front. And speaking of the antenna, just went ahead and grabbed it so you can see it kind of this little slot there on the back. Just kind of slide it in and you'll have it attached there. So that's what that would look like. And then to do the face swap, you would just pull on the front part of the faceplate like so. The magnet does most of the heavy lifting on the face themselves. So once you slide that in, you'll see the magnet right away kind of catches on. And let's go ahead and get his hat and put that on. Then we're gonna go ahead and go through all the face plates and have the hat on so we can see all the different expressions with the hat on. And here we have that other faceplate with the kind of angry, growling look. Alright, looking at articulation on the figure, starting off at the head. So looking down, you have pretty good range going up to there, going back or up rather, not so bad. Now boots are like the hoses and attachment here. So like side to side, you won't get too much or the swiveling either. And then moving on to the arms, going up till about there, no issues. Going forward, you can kind of move that around towards the back. Then of course the padding and the coat get in the way a little bit. So we do have that swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, then regular wrist peg at the hand. And then for wrap crunch, if you move these little belts and straps out the way, going back to about there, going forward to there before everything begins to clash. Got some swivel and some rocking side to side at the waist. And for the legs, of course, the belts and all that, just want to be careful when you're moving them. So going out to about there, not so bad. Going, kicking out to there. You got that swivel at the thigh. And then we have double bend at the knee going past 90. And then for the boots, of course, they're done in this like hard plastic. It's just like this one piece. So you got some swivel back and forth, side to side. And we got some pivot as well. Alright, so we reached the end of the video for Hot Toys Cad Bane from the book of Boba Fett. Clearly, season 1 of Boba Fett left a lot to be desired, to say the least. Overall, Cad Bane, great figure. If you're a fan of this look, you can't go wrong picking up this Cad Bane, unless you prefer the animated look, which is also out there in the market. But aside from the show being lackluster, the figure itself has amazing presence, the height on it, the details. Overall, just a really solid figure. And as always, I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this one, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channels if you want to see more figure reviews. And I hope to catch you all in the next video.